Assalamu alaikum and hello guys, I'm your teacher Mohammad Asif. Today we are going to talk about a very important topic in biology. We are going to talk about photosynthesis. And the objective of the lesson is to understand the process of photosynthesis and also to describe the word equation on photosynthesis. Okay, let's jump onto it. All the animals and plants need energy to survive. So how is this energy produced? Look, if you look at the biomass of this plant, it's a great biomass it has. How is it produced? Look, plants take sunlight for the production of energy. They take their energy from the sunlight and they convert this energy into glucose. And then this glucose is stored in the body of the plant. And sometimes this glucose is used for the production of energy. And in a similar way, the biomass of the plant is increased. Look what happened. Plants take sunlight from the sun, and this sunlight is having energy. It's a great source of energy that is taken by the plants. Plants produce glucose. So plants are producers. They produce glucose and they store this glucose in their body, and they can also produce energy from this glucose. When plants is taken by the first consumer, that is a herbivore. Herbivores are the animals that eat plants. That takes that glucose or that source of energy from the plants, and the biomass of this animal also increases. Then when this animal is eaten by another consumer, that is a carnivore. Carnivores are the animals that eat other animals or the flesh of other animals. So they take that energy in the form of glucose from this organism to this organism. So that's the energy flow from that direction to this direction. Okay, it was all about the energy flow. Let's talk about the difference between photosynthesis and cellular respiration. What are the differences between them? Look, cellular respiration is the process of breakdown of glucose, while the photosynthesis is the process of production of glucose in the body of the plant. The next thing is that cellular respiration is an exothermic reaction in which energy is produced, but photosynthesis is an endothermic reaction in which energy is consumed by the chemical reaction. And the next thing is that cellular respiration takes place in mitochondria, but photosynthesis takes place in chloroplasts of the plant. So let's talk about the word equation of photosynthesis. What is the word equation for photosynthesis? If you look at this picture, the word equation for the process of photosynthesis is that carbon dioxide, when it is taken through stomata by leaves, is combined with water that is taken by roots from the soil. And then in the presence of sunlight, chloroplasts are able to attract the sunlight, and the main process takes place. In this process, two main things are produced: glucose and another thing, oxygen. They are produced. Look, glucose is used by animals for the production of energy. Look, it is used for the production of energy, and oxygen is used by animals for respiration. So guys, plants are really important for us. These two things, we cannot live without them. So that was the equation of photosynthesis. Let's talk about the chloroplast. Where are chloroplasts? If you look at this picture, the color of the plant is green due to the presence of chloroplasts. And chloroplasts are the green pigments in the leaves of the plants. They are responsible for the attraction of sunlight. When a beam of sunlight falls on them, they attract the energy of the sunlight, and they have some light harvesting complexes in them that are responsible for the attraction of light. Okay? So that was about the chloroplasts. Let's discuss about the collection of material for the process of photosynthesis. Okay, the water is taken by roots of the plant, and it is transmitted by xylem into the upper parts of the plant. In a similar way, light or sunlight is taken by the leaf for the process of photosynthesis, and another substance, that is carbon dioxide, that is taken by stomata. This is the picture of stomata. Stomata are the small pores in the leaves that take carbon dioxide into the plant. When all these three materials are present, like 1, 2, and 3, when these three materials are present, so the process of photosynthesis takes place. And in this process, oxygen and glucose are produced, which are very important for us. Okay, let's talk about some evidence on photosynthesis. Okay, if you look at these two plants in these pictures, look, this plant has grown in a lightened region, and this plant has grown in a darkish region. What's the difference between them? Look, this plant is much stronger. This is less stronger. If you look at this, this plant is having great biomass, but this plant is not having a great biomass. It is having less biomass. The reason for this is that this plant has stored a lot of starch, and energy is stored in the starch, and the biomass of this plant is increased. But if you look at this plant, it hasn't stored the great amount of starch. Okay, the starch is very less, so that's why the biomass of this plant is very less. These are the few evidence on photosynthesis. You can do this experiment in your home, and this was all about photosynthesis. I hope you guys have enjoyed my lessons. Have a nice time. Goodbye, guys.